We literally don't know very much about the ocean. We only have mapped something like 20% of it. We've only seen something like 1 or 2% of it. There could be things hiding out here that we've never seen before.
Not just fish and coral, but everything from ancient artifacts to mysterious creatures are captured when divers dive into the ocean depths. From encountering extinct animals to watching some truly unbelievable sights.
Frilled shark is one of the most bizarre-looking creatures on the planet. It really does look like an alien.
Here are some of the most amazing moments that shocked the whole world.
The most frightening experience I've ever had with an animal.
Imagine swimming in the ocean when a giant fish surprises you. This is what happened to one unfortunate diver. This wasn't just any fish. It was massive, with black and white spots all over its body. It opened its huge mouth, trying to eat the diver. But the diver was quick and brave, swimming as fast as he could. The diver managed to escape from the monster fish. It was a close call, but thankfully, he stayed safe. Mysterious sea hand. In a puzzling underwater video, a strange scene unfolded. Let's see what it was. A large webbed hand, 5 times bigger than a human's, suddenly slapped the glass of a submarine. It seemed like some kind of humanoid sea creature was playing with the crew, wanting to be noticed. The video was confusing because everyone was supposed to be watching fish. It could be evidence of a mermaid-like creature. Only the submarine crew knows for sure what happened. This encounter leaves us wondering that the sea is about more than just fish. Nessie encounter. The ocean hides many secrets, but some are too big to stay hidden forever. On the Scottish coast, 2 divers while regular diving saw a huge creature with a wide mouth full of sharp teeth appear before them. It looked ready to eat them whole. The strange beast had a weird body, but the strange part was that it had a blue glowing object attached to its body. The divers couldn't believe their eyes. Was this the famous Nessie of the North Sea they had heard stories about? Scared but excited, they didn't stay to find out, and decided to swim back to their boat. Mexico sea monster. A mysterious sea creature that's got everyone talking. In Mexico, this clip shows a weird underwater blob, but it's pretty blurry. All we can see is that it's round and has tentacles moving all around it. Could it be a giant octopus? A new kind of jellyfish? No one knows. The video quality makes it difficult to determine exactly what this Gulf monster is. But guys, there is still so much we don't know about the creatures that inhabit our oceans. Ocean giant. Off the coast of Taiwan, some underwater explorers came across an impressive sight of a huge oarfish. It had some strange holes in its body, maybe from shark chews. One brave explorer even reached out to touch it. These fish are so big and weird looking that some people think they're like sea monsters. In Japan, people believe seeing an oarfish means an earthquake might happen soon. A diving teacher said the fish was probably sick, which is why it came to shallow water. Well, it was a rare and exciting day for the explorers to see such a mysterious ocean giant. Strange swimmer. Under the Indian Ocean, an unusual incident took place. A robot camera, called an ROV, was looking around 753 feet underwater. It was near a place where people drill for oil off the east coast of Africa. The ROV saw a strange creature that looked like an alien. It was round but open on 2 sides. Inside, it had 4 things that looked like legs or arms. When the ROV's underwater fans turned on, the creature got caught in the water flow. No one knew what it was. It just appeared out of the dark ocean, making the drilling site feel like a place for underwater explorers. Phantom jelly. Researchers made an extraordinary deep-sea discovery in November 2021 when they spotted a giant phantom jelly in Monterey Bay, 990 meters deep. This eerie creature is super rare. Scientists have only spotted it about 100 times. They first found it back in 1899. This jellyfish has a bell that's over a meter wide, about 3.3 feet, and its ribbon-like arms can stretch more than 10 meters long. The phantom jelly usually hangs out in the deep, dark ocean, which makes it tough to see. But thanks to the ROV Doc Ricketts and some awesome underwater cameras, we can finally catch a glimpse of this incredible species. Giant bones. In 2017, a worker using an underwater robot camera saw a super strange thing on the ocean floor. It looked like a huge spine from some mystery sea creature. The spine was long. Nobody could figure out what animal it came from. Scientists, ocean experts, and even people who study weird things were all confused. Some people thought it might be from a giant oarfish, but it was way too big. The video of this odd discovery got lots of people talking and wondering what kind of enormous sea monster might have left behind such giant bones. Squid Surprise. Imagine finding a squid with elbows. That's what happened in the Gulf of Mexico. A robot camera from an oil company was looking around 1.5 miles underwater when it spotted a squid that was anything but ordinary. It turned out to be a magna pinna squid, also known as a big fin squid. It had huge fins that waved like elephant ears and 10 long arms that bent at weird angles, like elbows. Scientists don't know much about these squids since they've only been seen a handful of times in different oceans. This one was about 23 feet long, and its bizarre arms might help it scavenge for food on the ocean floor. How wild is that? Glowing dragon. In the ocean, scientists found a cool fish. It's small, but it has a special trick. It can make light. Want to know its name? Well, it's a deep-sea dragonfish. The dragonfish has 2 light spots under its eyes. One glows red, and the other glows blue. Scientists used a super strong camera to see these lights because they're too weak for normal cameras. When they put the fish in a dark tank with cold water, like it was home, they saw a shocking thing. The fish made its lights flash in a way no one had ever seen before. Scientists don't know why the fish does this. Maybe it's to scare away bigger fish that might eat it. This glowing dragonfish is still a big mystery in the deep sea. Giant sea monster. A big surprise appeared on an oil rig camera deep in the ocean. It was a huge creature that looked like a mosasaurus, an ancient sea monster. This giant animal had scales all over its body. It swam past the camera, showing how enormous it was. Mosasaurus lived millions of years ago, so seeing one now would be impossible. But the creature on camera sure looked a lot like one. It sure made the oil rig workers' day more exciting. Fish artist. In 1995, divers found something really unusual happening on the ocean floor near Japan. It looked like a beautiful flower made of sand, but underwater. For 15 years, no one knew what made these strange circles. Finally, scientists solved the mystery. A small pufferfish was the artist. The male pufferfish makes these circles to attract female fish. It works very hard to make the circle perfect, using shells and moving sand around. The circles aren't just pretty, they're smart too. The ridges in the circle help protect the fish eggs. Amazingly, such a small fish can make such beautiful art underwater. This discovery shows that there are still many surprises waiting to be found in the ocean. Scary shark. In the middle of the ocean, there was a weird-looking sea creature. It looked so strange that some people thought it might be where stories about sea monsters come from. It is called the frilled shark.
The frilled shark is one of the most bizarre-looking creatures on the planet. It really does look like an alien.
The frilled shark possesses a mouth filled with incredibly sharp teeth, 300 in total, arranged in 25 rows. These hook-shaped teeth allow the shark to easily catch and grip its prey. It has a wide mouth, enabling it to consume items that are more than half its size. It seems similar to a snake. Its stomach can expand to accommodate large meals. Although the frilled shark may appear frightening, it serves as a fascinating example of the strange and remarkable creatures found in the ocean. Underwater giants. In 2023, some lucky scuba divers in the Black Sea encountered not one, but two giant sea monsters. They were not some ordinary sea creatures, but an extinct marine creature, Plesiosaurus, and they were swimming right next to them. While witnessing this scene, the divers must have felt pretty small next to these sea giants. While we might never know where these long-necked swimmers came from, their surprise visit sure made for an unforgettable dive. Snake Surprise. Thinking about diving into a river and meeting a massive snake? You've come to the right spot. On July 29th, two divers in Brazil were exploring the Formoso River when they stumbled upon something amazing. In the crystal clear water, they spotted a giant anaconda measuring around 7 meters long. These brave divers didn't hesitate to film the encounter. You won't believe how close this snake got. It even licked one of their cameras. From what I saw, it seemed like the serpent didn't mind the divers at all. Giant Antarctic Jelly. During an exciting underwater adventure in Antarctica, an explorer had a shocking encounter. As he swam in the icy waters, he suddenly spotted something massive, the biggest jellyfish he'd ever seen. This incredible jelly was huge, with a bell more than 2 feet across. Its tentacles hung down an amazing 50 feet in the water. He swam closer to investigate this enormous sea creature. As his dive ended, he saw another amazing sight. A huge iceberg had glided into the bay, creating a wall of ice underwater. This dive in Antarctica's water was full of incredible surprises, from giant jellyfish to towering icebergs. Underwater treasure. In a faraway place called Madagascar, experts came across an astonishing find. Want to know what they have found? They discovered a huge underwater graveyard full of ancient animal bones. This wasn't just any old find. It was the biggest collection of lemur bones ever found.
It's really an enormous number of fossils all in one place, so it's accessible. They're very complete.
The experts had to use special diving gear to explore 3 big underwater caves. In one cave, they found tons of bones from animals that don't exist anymore. They saw lemur bones, bat bones, and even bones from meat-eating animals. One of the coolest things they found was a big skull from a giant lemur. This lemur was as big as a bear and lived a long time ago. The scientists are super excited because these bones can teach us a lot about how animals used to live in Madagascar and why some of them disappeared.
This was really a remarkable discovery.
Cosmic turtle. Under the water, a captivating mystery was waiting to be revealed. A diver caught a turtle near a big rock. But this wasn't your average turtle. It had weird bluish-purple eyes that seemed to hold all the secrets of the universe. But that's not all. Tiny grass-like things were growing on its body, hands, and head. The turtle's body was shaped like a normal turtle, but everything else about it was super strange. For me, this encounter is more like finding a magical creature from another planet, right there in the deep sea. Ninen Mystery. Have you ever heard of a sea creature as big as a whale, but shaped like a human? That's what some Japanese scientists claim they saw in the water of Antarctica. While searching for whales, they spotted an enormous white creature swimming through the sea. It looked oddly like a giant human, which is why they named it Ningen, meaning human in Japanese. Witnesses report different sightings. Some say it has arms and hands, while others describe fins or even legs. Its length was almost between 20 and 30 meters, which is about 66 to 98 feet. Cage visitor. In October 2017, some divers got a big shock near Guadalupe Island. They were in a diving cage watching the ocean when a great white shark swam right up to them. The huge shark was surrounded by lots of little fish. It almost got near the cage. One brave diver was filming everything from inside the cage. After checking out the divers, the shark swam under the cage and was never seen again. This close encounter with the ocean's biggest predator must have been super exciting and a bit scary for the divers. Shark Selfie. Off the coast of an island, some scuba divers had a wild adventure. They were in a special white cage underwater when a giant white shark swam right up to the cage, curious about all the people inside. The divers were super excited and a bit scared. They all had cameras out, ready to take pictures of the amazing creature. But guess what? When the shark saw all those cameras pointing at it, it suddenly turned away. It swam off in the opposite direction, leaving the divers with a story about the great white, weird fish. About 80 miles from Gibraltar, some explorers in an underwater robot found a strange fish called a monkfish. It was sitting on an old sunken ship named HMS Ark Royal. This monkfish looked super weird. It had a fishing rod growing out of its head to trick other fish. When the robot got close, it saw the fish had a silver, slimy tongue and odd root-like things on its bottom. The monkfish is good at tricking other fish. It moves its special lure to make fish come close, then swallows them up whole. Sadly, these cool fish are becoming rare because people like to eat them, and fishing boats catch too many. Tricky octopus. In the waters of Indonesia and the Great Barrier Reef, you'll find the clever octopus. This octopus is usually light beige, but it can change its color to hide. When it feels scared, it does something amazing. It pretends to be other, scarier sea animals. The mimic octopus can imitate 15 different animals, including toxic fish and snakes. It changes its shape, color, and even its movements to fool its predators. It's such an expert at blending that it was only discovered in 1998. This octopus is like an underwater superhero, able to transform into any creature it wishes. Sunfish Surprise. Imagine diving in the ocean and running into the biggest bony fish in the world. That's exactly what happened to some lucky divers who spotted an ocean sunfish. This fish looked super strange, like someone sliced a regular fish in half and slapped on some fins. It had big eyes that helped it see while swimming around in search of food. The sunfish loves munching on soft creatures like jellyfish. Even though it looks a bit awkward, the sunfish is a pretty good swimmer and can zip through the water as fast as sharks. It gets its name because it likes to float near the surface to warm up after swimming in the chilly, deep ocean. Goblin Shark Surprise. In the dark waters of Tokyo Bay, a spooky incident happened. A weird shark called the Goblin shark showed up on camera for the first time. Yes, you heard me right. This shark looked like it was from outer space. It had a strange jaw that could extend from its head when it snapped. In the video, the shark accidentally chewed a diver's sleeve and showed off its scary teeth. Scientists thought this shark was extinct, but now they know it's real. The goblin shark quickly let go of the diver and swam away. Its alien-like jaws went back inside its head. Human-sized jelly. Off the coast of Cornwall, a female diver had an amazing underwater meeting. She came face to face with a giant barrel jellyfish. This jellyfish was very big. It looked soft and spongy, moving gracefully through the water. Its color was yellowish, almost like skin. The diver was swimming near a place called Falmouth when she saw this incredible sea creature. People call these jellyfish dustbin lid jellyfish because they're so big. Yep, they're the largest type of jellyfish in UK water, so it's very rare to see one. She was super lucky to meet this gentle giant of the ocean. Ancient underwater cave. Divers in Mexico made an amazing discovery. The world's largest underwater cave. This huge cave system is 215 miles long and full of ancient Maya treasures. It was found when divers connected two caves near Tulum Beach. The cave is known as Sac Actun and is significant because it offers insights into the way the Maya people lived in old times. They utilize these underwater caves, known as cenotes, for rituals and as sources of water for their cities. This discovery is exciting for researchers. It helps them learn about old Maya settlements, religious practices, and how people lived. The huge underwater cave system is like a time capsule, holding secrets from the past and helping plan for the future. Mystery underwater object. In 2000, a diver from Venezuela saw a weird sight in the Bermuda Sea. He was on a boat with friends when they spotted a strange object underwater. They quickly jumped in to get a closer look. The object was moving super fast. It looked kind of round, but had a strange shape. It was going so fast that the divers couldn't see it. The Venezuelan diver filmed the strange thing, but when he shared the video, something bad happened. After showing the video, no one would hire the diver for work anymore. People were scared of what he had seen. It's still a mystery what that fast, strange object in the Bermuda Sea could have been. Balloon fish surprise. Scientists on a boat called Nautilus found an unusual fish in Hawaii. They were using a robot to look deep in the ocean, almost a mile down.
Wow. My goodness.
Look at his little face.
It's kind of like googly eye.
The fish they saw is called a gulper eel. It has a big mouth that can blow up like a balloon to eat big things. The experts were so excited when they saw it. They thought it looked like a puppet.
He ate too much.
Yeah.
What? He's full.
Wow.
Wow.
The gulper eel was small because it was young. Grown-up gulper eels can be as long as 3 feet. The fish inflated its mouth to look big, then shook around. The experts thought it was amazing and had a great time watching this weird, deep-sea creature.
Oh.
Is that a gulper eel then?
Wow.
I think so, yeah.
Clingy octopus. A diver in Russia had an unexpected meeting with a big sea creature, and that creature was an octopus. The octopus grabbed onto the diver's arms and his diving gear. It wrapped its long arms around him and wouldn't let go. The diver tried hard to get free. He pulled and pulled, but the octopus was very strong. Finally, the diver got away, but the octopus still held onto his camera. Maybe the octopus didn't want the diver to leave. Whatever the reason, it was a wild underwater adventure for the diver. He'll probably remember his octopus hug for a long time. Mystery monster. In the deep, dark ocean, an unbelievable thing happened. A giant creature that looked like a huge bug approached a shark. Scientists had never witnessed anything like this before. They thought it might be a giant isopod, which was like a big underwater roly-poly, but they're not sure. The poor shark tried to swim away, spinning around and around, but the mystery monster was too strong. It's hard to believe that a bug-like creature could beat a shark. This discovery made everyone wonder what other secrets the ocean might be hiding. Whale saves diver. Did you hear about the amazing underwater rescue? A brave whale saved a diver from a scary shark.
Then I saw the shark.
There's a big tiger shark up there.
Then he lifts me up on his pec fin, literally out of the water.
A marine biologist was swimming in the water of the Cook Islands. Suddenly, a huge humpback whale started pushing her around. At first, she was scared, but then she realized something incredible. The whale was trying to protect her. It turns out a big tiger shark was nearby. The friendly whale used its massive body to shield her. For 10 whole minutes, the whale kept her safe.
I was there for 10.5 minutes, and then I saw the shark. The whale got me to the boat. He's making sure that I'm okay.
Thanks to the whale's kindness, she was excited to tell this unbelievable tale of an ocean hero. Curious fish. One day, a scuba diver had a close call with risk. He was diving in the ocean, looking at all the cool fish. Then he saw a really big fish and decided to touch it gently. Suddenly, the massive fish knocked the diver's belly. The diver must have been so scared. Luckily, he moved away fast enough and the fish swam off. So, guys, please take it as a reminder that even if wild animals appear friendly, we should still be careful around them because the ocean belongs to the sea creatures, not to us. Deep sea fish. In the dark ocean lives a scary fish. It's not very big, only about 12 inches long, but it looks super fierce. This fish has huge jaws that can open wide to eat shrimp, squid, and other fish. Its teeth are so big they don't fit in its mouth. These teeth are like prison bars, trapping its food. It's a Pacific viperfish. The viperfish has a cool trick. It glows in the dark. Little light spots on its belly help it hide from other animals. Even though it's a tough predator, bigger animals sometimes eat the viperfish too. The deep sea is a wild place. Rare shark meeting. An underwater explorer had an amazing adventure near Komodo Island in Indonesia when he spotted a super rare creature, a megamouth shark. These sharks are rarely seen by anyone. The water was crystal clear and blue, making it perfect for spotting the shark. Unlike other sharks, megamouths have big, round mouths that help them catch tiny sea creatures to munch on. Seeing this rare shark felt like winning the ocean lottery. The explorer was incredibly lucky to get up close to such a unique animal. It was truly a once-in-a-lifetime moment in the stunning Indonesian sea. Whale sadness. Some divers went to Roca Partida to swim with humpback whales, but they heard sad news. A baby whale had been struck by whales and didn't survive. When the divers found the mother whale, she was very upset about losing her baby. Even though she was sad, she let the divers come close. One brave diver even recorded the whales on video. They stayed near the diver. This shows that even giant creatures can be kind and gentle. Giant sea turtle. Some lucky divers in Cozumel saw an amazing sight. Let's see what was that. The biggest sea turtle in the Caribbean. Seems like this critter has owned the whole ocean. Weighing over 300 pounds, it was swimming gracefully through the water, moving its flippers like wings. The divers must have been so excited to see such a giant, gentle creature up close. Whale rescue. Imagine finding a giant animal caught and scared. That's what happened off the coast of Spain. A huge 12-meter-long whale got stuck in an illegal fishing net. It was struggling about 5 kilometers from the beach. Luckily, a kind diver heard about the whale's trouble and rushed to help. The team worked hard to cut away the net. At first, the whale was nervous, but soon it seemed to understand they were there to help. After lots of careful cutting, the whale finally became free. It was the best present ever to save this amazing ocean creature. Sharks encounter. Imagine swimming with big sharks all around you. That's what some brave divers did at Tiger Beach in the Bahamas. The divers went on a special boat trip to meet different kinds of sharks. They saw a tiger shark first, and it was huge. Along with it, they saw hammerhead sharks and bull sharks. At first, it might sound scary, but these sharks were quite friendly. The divers weren't afraid at all. They even touched and grabbed the sharks as if they were playing with big fish. The sharks didn't mind and swam calmly around the divers. Everyone had cameras to take pictures and videos of these amazing sea creatures. It was like an underwater party with sharks as the special guests. Wolf eel. A scuba diver had an incredible meeting with a giant fish. It happened in the cold water where these strange-looking fish live. Want to know what that fish was? It was a Pacific wolf eel. At first, the diver saw just the eel's head peeking out from its home in the rocks. It had big teeth, but it wasn't scary at all. Then, an unexpected thing happened. The eel came out. The friendly eel swam right up to the diver. It even let the diver hold it gently in his hand. The eel seemed curious about the diver's camera and tried to taste his arm, but don't worry. The diver's thick suit kept him safe. This unexpected underwater meeting shows how some sea creatures can be surprisingly friendly. Cuttlefish dance. Imagine swimming in the ocean and seeing two weird, dragon-like creatures fighting. That's what happened in Cabbage Tree Bay, Australia. These weren't dragons. but giant cuttlefish. Bluish animals look like spaceships hovering over the sand. They have weird eyebrows and skin that looks like seaweed. Sometimes, the boy cuttlefish fight each other to impress the girl cuttlefish. One time, a girl cuttlefish tried to make friends with a boy, but he was too busy eating a fish. Another time, a big cuttlefish chased a smaller one away. These strange sea creatures sure know how to put on a show. Surprise catch. A diver got quite a shock during what seemed like a normal dive. While swimming in shallow water about 5 meters deep, he spotted 2 big orange eyes staring back at him. It was a massive monkfish. This fish was huge, about 3 feet long and weighing around 10 kilos. The diver carefully aimed his spear gun and caught the big fish. He also caught some dogfish and pollock on his trip. Later, the diver cooked up his unusual catch for a tasty seafood meal. What started as a regular dive turned into an exciting underwater adventure with a delicious ending. The subscriber's pick. Can you picture seeing a huge crocodile up close while underwater? Well, a brave diver experienced that. The adventure began when the diver noticed a crocodile sliding into the muddy water. Out of curiosity, he decided to follow it. As he swam deeper, the water became darker. Suddenly, he saw it. A giant crocodile over 4 meters long.
It's probably over 4 meters in length. It could be 4.5.
His heart skipped a beat, but he tried to stay calm. The big croc stood up in the water and looked very scary.
It's coming after us. It's following us along the bottom.
Things got even more thrilling when the crocodile started to follow him. The diver knew he had to get away quickly. He swam to safety. He said it was the most frightening encounter with an animal he had ever had.
The most frightening experience I've ever had with an animal.